Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this kind of summery, glowy, bronzy look, and I realized summer is actually almost over, so I was like, wow, I better kind of get a summer look up because I only wear these kind of colors during the summer. So I decided to go ahead and film this first before anything else. I apologize, I'm having like an eye issue right here. My eyes are very watery, so don't mind that. If you want to see how I got this summer inspired look, please keep watching. Okay, so I already have my foundation and my brows on. For foundation today, I'm wearing the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Warm Nude. And then I also warmed it up a little bit around the perimeter, contouring wise, with the Bobbi Brown stick. And this is called Almond number 7. So it's like a deep color. So I just kind of went around the face and buffed it in. And that's just giving me a little color because I have no color to my face at all, since I told you I don't tan my face. So obviously if you're going to get a warm, glowy look, you need to have warm skin. I also did put my concealer already. And for concealer, I used the Pro Conceal from LA Girl. And this is just a corrector. I used Classic Ivory. It's more of like a peach, even though it says ivory. And then I used my Shape Tape concealer, which is more my skin tone, in the color light medium. So I just put that on here. I didn't want to do any brightening around here as far as like highlighting, because for a bronzy look, obviously you don't want to look, you know, that contrasting look. So I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes with Manicadar powder, which I use all the time because it just sets the concealer that I used. It's actually like a yellow toned powder, but it's pressed, so it just kind of sets everything that I put on there, and it actually brightens around the eye area a little bit too. I pick up my banana powder from Ben Nye. It's very yellow. I just pick it up in the cap because it has this weird shaker. And I'm going to press this under my eye, and this is going to catch any fallout because I am going to be using a pigment today, and that may fall onto my cheeks. And since I already have my foundation on, obviously I don't want that to set on the skin. This is more yellowy, so it doesn't have that real brightening. So once I dust it away, it won't be there anymore. So I just put a little of the concealer from that I put under my eyes. It just kind of went up onto my lids because I don't need to use a shadow base, because the pigment that I'm going to use today is very pigmented. I don't even need to use I don't need to wet my brush. I don't need to a base underneath. I'm just going to go right in with the pigment. And the color I'm going to use is called it's from NYX. It's a little loose pigment, and the color is called Oro. And then it actually is very similar to the tan pigment if you have that. This is just a little lighter and a little bit more rose goldy than this one. This is a pure like gold. So I just wanted this because it gives that nice warm tone. I'm going to pick it up with a synthetic brush. This one is from Bobbi Brown. It's called the Touch Up brush, but it's a little small. And I'm just going to press it into there, and I'm going to just press it right on my lid. I just want to stay low on the lid. Just press the pigment right onto your mobile part of the lid. So then I'm going to take my 217 brush from MAC and just kind of soften that edge right there, kind of blending it upwards so it kind of fades, so it's not a like harsh line. And you can totally leave it like this and just add some mascara and stuff like that if you want like a simple little look, but I'm going to kind of bring it a little bit more, maybe like an evening kind of glowy summery look. So you can definitely just leave it right like this if you want like a real just soft summery look. But I'm going to take a warm shade from, this is my Made palette from, these are all Anastasia Beverly Hills colors. This color is called Morocco, and it's a nice, deep, warm, reddish brown. And I'm going to dip my brush into that and just put it right there on the outer part of the crease. And I kind of want to just like circle it outwards so it'll like wrap, I'm going to wrap it around, so I'm just kind of bringing it outwards. Like that. Next thing you want to do is take like a fluffy brush. I always love the 224 for this. And then just kind of softly soften those edges of that color that you just put on. Just like that. The next color I'm going to use is just a really nice neutral shade. It's actually called Vanilla Bean, and it's from Makeup Geek. And I'm going to take a soft angled brush. It's fluffy. It's from MAC. And this is the 275 from MAC. And I'm going to go right under the brow and just kind of softly blend that. So it's not giving a highlight, sorry, it's softening the transition color on the edges. Like that. So it's kind of literally just fades up really softly. Bring that darker color, and I want to kind of wrap it underneath the eye. So I'm just going to take a flat brush. I have this MAC brush. It's from MAC Pro, so I don't know if it's still available, 255. It's just a flat brush, but it's fluffy. And the reason I like this is I can just kind of sweep under the eye back and forth, and it just blends out the color really easily. The next thing I want to do is put like a little bit of little bit darker in there, because if you're just wearing like red around your eye, you might look really super tight. Liner. I'm going to take the Whiskey liner from Urban Decay, and I'm going to just put this in my waterline. And then I'm going to take a darker brown, and the brown that I'm going to use is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's called Fudge, and it's just a darker brown. So this time I'm going to take a angled brush, and this is the winged liner from Zoeva. It's a real nice thin little brush. I'm going to dip it in there, and I'm going to like go right at the lash line, kind of pulling some of that liner from the waterline down into there, so it'll mix a little bit. So they'll kind of mix together, and just kind of, and it opens up the eye a little bit more, a little bit like that too. You can go back with that first brush that you used with the Morocco, and then just kind of buff that out. So now it's kind of blending all the colors together. Now for this look, I don't want to put black on the top. Sometimes I just leave it like this and put lashes, but I think I want to put a little bit of liner on there. Dip down. It's a dark brown cream liner, and it's from MAC. It's a fluid line. And I'm going to take a liner brush. This is a synthetic head, and it's the Luxie 219. Very, very skinny, but it's going to just line your waterline, your lash line. We're going to do like a little bit of a liner just on the top, because we just want to get, and not too thick and not too heavy. It's I just want to put a little definition on the top so my eyes don't look so closed in. But I don't want to put too much, because you don't want to cover up all the pigment that you put on there either. And then you can either leave it rounded, or I'm just going to put a little flick on the end. I don't want a big heavy wing. It's not supposed to be a winged liner look at all. This is like a summery kind of look, so you definitely don't want anything too dramatic. I'm just putting a little wing on it just so it has a little bit of definition to the outside of the eye. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and put my lashes on. Today I'm using the iconic lashes from House of Lashes. So the next thing I want to do is obviously warm up my skin. This is a bronze glowy summery look, so obviously you can't have pale skin. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer from the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter. This is a cool palette because it actually has creams in here, and on the other side has powders. I love the powder color of this one. It works perfectly for my skin tone. And I'm going to take my trusty Morphe R2. I love this bronzer brush because it's very stiff. And I'm just going to go ahead and warm up the outside of my skin and make yourself look like you have been out in the sun, which I haven't. Get down your neck, don't forget that again, or your ears. And because this one is matte, I'm going to go ahead and take a, and I'm having a malfunction on my eyelash right here. My eye is super watery on the outside, so the lash is not sticking to the outside. So I'm very aware of that. If I look down, it looks like my lash is coming off. I know that. It's just I can't stop my eye from watering, and right when I'm done with this, I'm going to pull these lashes right off anyways. So I'm going to take a little fluffy brush. This one is from Luxie, and it's the 207. I'm going to take it into that same contour powder, and I'm just going to go on the sides of my nose. Ooh, it's dark. You just don't want the outside of your face to be all tanned, and then your nose to be like shining white. So do that. Go back with your powder that you had your loose powder on and kind of roll that over to blend it in a little bit. And you can go back with no product and just kind of keep going back and forth so the color stays, but it's not, so it's blended. I'm going to take a little bit of the banana powder that I used earlier because it doesn't have a lot left on here on my powder brush. On my little. I just dipped a little bit more in and just kind of going along the sides just to make sure that's blended. A little bit on the nose. Okay, now I'm going to dust away the powder that we actually had under here. Didn't forget about that. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is warm up just a little bit more, and this one actually has a shimmer to it. It's called Gold Deposit, and it's from MAC. And I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffier brush, not as stiff as the other brush that I use. This is actually a blush brush from Real Technique, so it's real soft and fluffy. And I'm going to go right back over the same spots where I did that other bronzer, but this one has it's a little bit darker actually, and it has some shimmer to it. So again, this is a summery look, so this is just giving a little bit more. My eyes are getting very irritated right now. My contacts bother me a lot. That's why I tend to wear my glasses every day now. I think my eyes are really dry, so it just dries out my eyes. So you can start seeing it's getting like red. Ugh. So anyways, all right, so we gotta hurry this up. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the Laura Geller. This is a goldy kind of highlighter, and let me spritz my face with some of this Mario Badescu just to rehydrate my skin with all that powder that we used. And then I'll take a Morphe R36 little fluffy brush, and we're gonna add some highlighter on there. And it's, like I said, it's a gold highlighter, so it really blends with the skin. It It doesn't like stand out so much that it looks like really weird. It makes you just look like really. And then I'm going to take a little bit on my nose. Put a little bit on your lip. The next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of blush, and this one is from Hot Makeup, and it's called Treasure. Take your blush brush, just dust on the cheeks. And the reason I'm using this coral color is because the lips I'm going to have coral. I think the color of coral lips with like bronzy looks really pretty. Put a little bit more of the highlighter, blend them together right there. And the last step is lips. I'm going to take this NYX pencil in Pumpkin and the color for my lips I'm going to use is another NYX product, and this is the color 593A. It's a pretty coral, and it's I left it in my car. It's melted. So I wear these kind of colors only during the summer, and I realized that summer is almost over, so I needed to film this now because I won't be wearing these colors. And the very last thing I'm going to do is put some mascara on the bottom of my eyes. And OMG, look at how red my eyes are getting. So I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara underneath. And there you go. Have a very nice, warm, bronzy, kind of summery, corally look. I even put like a little summer hair today too. So that's it. That's the finished look. Hopefully you like this bronze summery glow. And I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video if you want to see more. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.